Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're looking at the Grumel class, or otherwise known as the Salgar class. This is a type of military transport fielded by the Cardassian Union during the 24th century. As of the Decipher role playing games, Starship Ship Recognition Manual Volume 2, Starships of the Cardassian Union. The Grumel was the standard cargo vessel used by the Central Command. It's consisted of a fork-shaped forward command hull with 6 linked cargo modules wedged between it and the aft engineering section. The class was armed with weak disruptors for self-defense. Let's see. And really, that's all we have listed here on Star Trek Wiki or fandom. And for what we actually have from D6 Holocron, we don't get a lot of extra information there. But that's what we're going to jump into right now, and we'll see what else we got. All right, so we do have the stats listed here. Let's get down to our reading first, and then we'll get into our stats. So the Grimmel class, also referred to as a Cardassian military freighter, Cardassian freighter, or Cardassian cargo ship, was a type of cargo ship operated by the Cardassian Union in the 2370s. This class of moderately armed ships was used to ferrying troops and supplying bases in the Cardassian territory. Now they're getting it from Ship Recognition Manual, Volume 2, Space Dock, pages 51 to 53. Now, getting to all of our wonderful stats here. The Salgar class transport is at capital scale, has a length of 255 meters long, 55 meters wide, and 63 meters tall. Comes in at a mass of 1,340,000 metric tons. This is going to be at a size 5 vessel. We're going to use capital ship piloting. Does have an autopilot of a 3D plus 1. Has a standard crew of 34, but for cargo vessel, pretty reasonable. Skeleton crew of 3 can operate this ship with a plus 10 to all skill rolls. We can carry 15 passengers, and we can carry a cargo capacity of 200,000 metric tons. We have enough consumables on board for about a year. Warp drive listed here is fairly slow. Our standard warp is going to be a 2. Our maximum warp is a 3. Maximum rated is a 6.5 for 6 hours. So really this puts it as a fairly slow vessel for Star Trek. As always, we're going to have a nav computer. Has a maneuverability of a 2D, a space speed of a 7.5. Our hull is going to be a 2D plus 1, and a shields is only a plus 2. But there again, it's a non-combat vessel, so really being in the back lines, it's not really needed to have much of a shield system. Our sensor packet here, we can passively scan out to 3.5 kilometers at a 1D bonus. We can do an active scan out to 10 kilometers at a 1D plus 1 bonus, an active search out to 14 kilometers at a 2D bonus, and a focus out to 500 meters at a 2D plus 1 bonus. Now, our weapons, we have Tavar class disruptor arrays, has a 360-degree aft firing arc. Let's see, crew of 1, fire control is a plus 2, has a rate of fire of 3, and a damage of 4D. Now we have 4 Carquette class disruptor arrays, and I know I'm going to butcher that name. Let's see, we have dorsal, ventral, port, and starboard 360-degree firing arcs. Again, the same crew of 1. Fire control is a plus 2, has a rate of fire of 3, and only does 3D damage. We have 2 Gamma class tractor beams, 1 forward, 1 aft. Fire control is 2, strength is 3D plus 2, and all the wonderful miscellaneous stuff that we have here from D6 Holocron. So we have 20 Spartan quarters, 20 basic quarters, and then we have 12 decks on board for the ship. We have 120 escape pods with a capacity for 4. I think they were a little on the generous side here. I think if you would have put 20 escape pods, I think that would have been a little bit better, but that's just me. Your commission by Earth Reckoning is 2362. We do have 2 personnel transporters with a cargo or with a capacity of 6 personnel, 2 emergency transporters with a capacity of 16 personnel, and 2 cargo transporters with a capacity for 400 kilograms. Now, we have a complement of 5 probes, seeing again that this is a transport, not a military or science vessel, not something that I don't think that they're going to typically use. But one of the other things to note is even though it has 5 probes, it does not have anything listed here for shooting them out of. So, kind of a mute point in that regard, but we'll just take it for what it is. Another interesting ship. This kind of flushes out everything that we have for our Cardassian Union as far as ships go. For what we have in canon. Now, I have plenty of extra books here, which we will be getting into. But as far as the D6 holocron, we are kind of starting to wrap things up, and we have plenty of other material to kind of go after, as well as fan created stuff, which is always going to be fun to get at. So pretty soon here, and not our next video, I think, but pretty soon we will be starting to go after some of that stuff. So some of the niceties, I will try to get it added in here as I'm trying to add these things in. Usually whenever we're talking about a crew capacity, they don't break it down like what D6 Holocron has been doing to say what kind of quarters you're getting. So we may lose a little bit of that, but I think a lot of the other stuff we'll be able to keep. So keep that in mind as we kind of keep trudging forward. With that being said, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's always wonderful having you with me. Hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video.